Hi, it's Dan with HBI. Today we're going to talk about some of the issues we got on here on the 996 GT3. Not the 996 broad category problems, just the GT3, which is the first GT car Porsche brought to America. We'll start by talking about some of the features on the outside that have the problems. Probably the first thing I'll talk about is suspension. A lot of people don't like the way it feels. It's a little soft, kinda. It's motorsport engineering, but it's not adjustable. It's a 996, so it's a little older. But the strut mounts on the top tend to make a lot of noise prematurely with age, and I would recommend changing them to a whole different setup. We actually put Olin's full suspension all on this whole car, strut mounts, everything. It lowered it 20 millimeters. Fantastic driving car now, in my opinion. So for the GT3 996, they did upgrade the brakes. It's running massive 6-piston calipers all the way around on the front. Rear's got 4s, very used on almost all the Porsches. They use these same brakes back then, but they perform well. You don't really have to do much to them to take them out for your weekender or whatever you want to do. Very motorsport and driven. As far as driving the GT3, you'll notice a big difference in how it feels in the corners. It feels lighter, the front end feels lighter. The car is physically lighter, but it's more nimble. It doesn't feel how you want it to feel as new 991s or even the GT3 RSs. That's why I recommend changing suspension away from the stock setup and running a nice set of coilovers, because now particularly this car handles like the rest, and it's fantastic. I love it. As far as the interior, you have your normal 996 issues, your HVAC box throwing foam at you. It's an expensive job to do, but that all comes with age. As far as GT3 specific, second gear will pop out if someone has used and abused this thing. Synchronizers go out in it. It's heavy track use. Same with the LSD in the rear. Heavy track use as well. That will actually start slipping prematurely. You'll feel it bucking and jiving when you try to drive it. This car seems to be fine. It's all good on our side. So as far as the engine on the GT3, it is a Messner block. This, in my opinion, best ever. It's air cooled with water in it. It's fantastic. But the only issue it does seem to have is the same with the turbos, GT2s, all the way to 997s have these same problems. Coolant pin, the coolant pipes are glued together. They need to be welded or pinned. I prefer welded, but pin is definitely an alternative. This car's had them pinned. We're good to go on this one in particular, because you can't see it on all of them. This car you can, because it's not a turbo. So if you're looking for the coolant pins on a turbo, you can't see them because you'll have intercooler lines running through here. But on the GT3, you can actually see down here on the water pump housing, there's a pin literally stuck in it. It's an Allen threaded bolt all the way through the sleeves that the hose fits on. These are typically just glued in, and they come loose over time, and you got a coolant you got to pull the engine out for. If you're interested in the 996 GT3, which I would also like to add, they're a little rare. We have one here available at HBI Auto. Just look us up, call the number on the screen, and we'll see you soon.